Suddenly, Hama pounces from 20 feet away and slams her gray and white feral canine feet appendages into the guy's face, shattering his glasses and knocking him out cold. "Run!" she screams from underneath her appendage rig's wolf head helm. Maddox grabs his stool and swings it with all his might, smashing it hard against two of the men. At the same time, Kip picks up a mug and breaks it over another guy's head. With the 4 men down and Maira and Chad finally free from their rigs, the teens make a mad dash for the door. The last 2 men raise their guns and begin firing tranquilizer darts at them. One hits Maira and the rest miss because Hama intervenes. She takes on the 2 men, bashing them with her ab-rigs, paws, and feet, attempting to buy time for her friends. A hidden last man shoots her with a tranquilizer dart, and she begins to slow down. Before the chemical in the dart can take full effect, she knocks out the last man. Outside, the other teens are making a clean getaway when suddenly, a second group pulls up ahead of them, cutting off their escape. All this time, from the moment Maira was dropped from the game, she had been assessing what was happening. "Everything shut down as I was casting a lightning chain spell," she says out loud. "I think maybe, just maybe, I booted them," she whispers, realizing that perhaps it was her spell. "Why else would these guys come after me?" she whispers to herself. Desperate and trapped, she decides to try something totally unbelievable. She begins casting the same chain lightning spell she had last cast in the game. She raises her hands and begins forming the glyphs while chanting the spell's phrases. To her surprise, the air around her hands becomes charged with energy and small arcs begin to radiate from her fingertips. As she continues the spell, the arcs grow larger and turn to huge electric flashes and snaps. As she finishes the spell, she feels immense power course through her arms as a huge bolt of bright white and soft blue lightning shoots from her hands and blasts every single one of the men in front of her. They all scream and convulse violently as the lightning bolt slams into them and rides through their bodies for a few seconds. After the lightning stops, they all fall to the ground unconscious. At that same instant, a second truck pulls around the corner and screeches to a halt. Without warning, the truck doors open, and a crew fires more tranquilizer darts. 2 of them hit Kip and Chadri. In this moment, the effects of the first dart that had hit Maira finally take its toll on her. Beyond the brink of her resistance, she slumps down to the ground, motionless and unconscious. Maddox watches as some of the men jump out and grab her up. "Maira!" he screams out, reaching to get to her. 2 of the men in suits restrain him and hold him down on the ground. "Where are you taking her?" he demands. "We have to take her in for an evaluation," the man insists. "She was in the vicinity of the electrical anomaly, so we must give her a full screening." Then the 2 men let him up. "Now stay out of our way, or we will have to use force on you too," a different man adds. "Who are you guys?" Maddox inquires forcefully. "And where are you taking her?" "Be careful of what questions you ask, kid," a voice warns from behind him. He turns to see who it is, but the owner of the voice is obscured from sight by the lack of lighting. Then, while he's distracted, someone behind him hits him over the head and knocks him out. Somewhere distant, a noise can be heard, uttering something familiar. After a few seconds, the sound becomes a noise, a familiar noise. Then it turns to a voice, saying something. "Ah, ah, Maddox, Maddox." Maddox jumps up suddenly, then realizes he was knocked out and everything is already over. "What happened?" he cries out. Where's Maira? He shouts, looking frantically around. Maddox, Lizzie shouts. She's gone. She's already gone, she informs him with a frown. Those men tranquilized her and took her away. Who were they? He asks in disgust. We don't know who they are or what they want, but I damn sure know exactly why they came, dude, Chadri blurts out. Did you see what Maira just did? He inquires sternly. I don't know. I think I wasn't... Maddox stops speaking and thinks back, remembering her casting the spell in real life. Holy shit! Exactly, Chadri replies. She cast magic in real life, man. Then he adds, plus, I got hit by a trank dart too. Wait, what? Maddox asks. Me too, Kip agrees. But Chadri saw her cast that spell and tried casting his rage enchantment spell. So right now, we ain't sleeping, Chadri brags. But that's impossible, guys, Maddox argues in disbelief. No way, man, Chadri insists. Believe me, I know. I just cast a spell, like, just now. But what we've got to think about now is Maira, Lizzie interrupts. Those guys just took her. Yeah, they tried to give some bogus story about a health checkup, but when we called bullshit, they got physical, Maddox concurs. I tried to stop them, but... Then he turns his face to the ground. So where is Hama? Lizzie abruptly asks. Earlier she dipped out very quickly and then came out of nowhere with her wolf kit on. On this note, she looks at all the guys. Hella helpful, I must say. Suddenly she starts pacing a bit and adds, but now she's disappeared again. Somewhere several blocks away, Hama is running full stride with her wolf kit. She's dashing across rooftops, leaping from building to building, clearing huge gaps with each bound. The cold air against her face is leaving her cheeks numb. But that doesn't distract her from her target. Down below on the street is a truck which she is following. But not just any truck. She is tailing the truck that has Maira inside.